We've had answers from both of the clubs we've applied for a job with, so now it's decision time. Hello and welcome to Club 6, episode 28 of The Pilgrimage. My name is Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, I've got the outcome of the two interviews for you and maybe some matches. We'll find out in a moment. So first of all, Real Madrid got back to us and they have decided against offering us the job and have gone for Raul instead. But as you can see here, Arsenal have made us an offer, so let's have a look at their offer. They want us to play attacking football, play entertaining football, sign young players, work within a wage budget, 1 year contracts for players over the age of 32. They're still in the Europa League. They want a semi-final as a minimum. They want us to stay in the Premier League this season, but then qualify for Europa League next season, and then best of the rest, so that's basically top 5 going forward. So they are certainly looking to climb away from trouble. Let's just have a look at how much trouble they are in at the moment. And as you can see, at the time of the job offer, they are in the bottom 3, so plenty of room for improvement. But I don't think that a top 7 finish is an impossibility this season. I think we can do that. And then obviously next season I think we can push on, because they have more money than Inter do. So I am minded to accept the offer. So we're going to go in and see if we can negotiate with them. That's so winning the Europa League. Yeah, that's fine. All of that. So if we get relegated, we lose 35% of our wages. They want to give me a 3-year contract on 110 grand a week. I think that's absolutely fine. So on that basis, I am going to finalise the deal, exit the talks, and I'm going to send the assistant to do a pre-match press conference, because obviously we're now going to take over at Arsenal. And here we go. In a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, Jamie Sheehan has left Inter to join Arsenal. Sheehan arrives with a record of 350 wins, 107 draws and 122 defeats in his career. He's also won 5 league titles and a cup. His first game in charge will be against Everton in the Premier League on the 18th of December. Sheehan will face pressure to bring immediate success to Emirates Stadium, having stepped up from his previous standing to take sole charge, and will need to hit the ground running if he's to win over those who believe his appointment is a questionable decision. Ruben Amorim was considered to be the favourite for the job, particularly after he was spotted attending an interview with the club, but they ultimately preferred a different candidate. Inter will now be looking for a new manager. Sheehan has shuffled the club's backroom staff around, with Stephen Collins moving into a new role. Meanwhile, Terry Mason, Sam Wilson, Jordan Rees, Alex Stafford, Leonardo Serpoli and Alex Chamberlain, Hans Gilhouse and John Jensen have exited the club as part of Sheehan's sweeping and comprehensive changes. Sheehan, 53, has accumulated 11 years of experience with the likes of Inter Milan and West Bromwich Albion. This is Sheehan's first role back in England since leaving West Brom in May 2030. Sheehan has earned himself a reputation for playing attacking football and appears to be a great fit for the club's current vision at Emirates Emirates Stadium. Sheehan prefers to use a 4-3-3 DM wide formation. Sheehan lifted the Sky Bet Championship with Reading in 2027 and will now be afforded the chance to enhance his reputation by bringing success to his new club. Arsenal are on a run of 6 league games without a win and find themselves off the pace in 18th place in the Premier League. Arsenal have lost 4 of their last 5 games in the league, so not great. Let's go and start the introduction to the club. So as you can see, in terms of history, greatest era was the 1930s. Arsenal are one of the most successful clubs in England, boasting a proud total of 51 competition wins. Here are just some of the highlights. Arsenal finished runners-up in the Champions League in 2006, won the English top division 13 times, 9 times runners-up, won the Cup Winners' Cup in 1994, finished second best 2 further times, and finished runners-up in the UEFA Super Cup in 1994. So let's have a look then at the early outline of the squad. So in terms of the lineup, they've set them up in the 4-3-3 that I prefer. So we've got Justin Bilo in goal, Calafiori, Diveev, Zgela and Tomiyasu at the back, Ilic in defensive midfield, so that's Ivan Ilic, Mohamed Kamara and Emil Smith-Rowe in central midfield, and that is Jack Harrison on the left wing, Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right, and up front they've gone with Dwayne Joseph. Don't worry, we will meet the players in full once we formally start work at Arsenal. So let's carry on and just remind ourselves of the club vision. Club culture is attacking football, entertaining football and signing players under the age of 23. Work within the wage budget. 1-year contracts for players over the age of 32. Reached the semi-finals of the Europa League this season. Mid-table in the Premier League, so they've upgraded the requirements. Quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Don't care about the EFL Cup. Qualify for the Europa League next season. And beyond that, it's more of the same. Recognised as the best of the rest means finishing the top Europa League qualifying position. So let's carry on. We won't bother with any of the inductions at this stage, so we'll move on. I'll try and just get through those. We want to arrange a press conference and we'll arrange a meeting with the backroom staff once a month. So that's fine, that's all confirmed. And we are now officially in charge at Arsenal. So let's just go through the contracts. So Adriano Bonaiuti has been offered a contract. We're waiting for a work permit. Same with Rippert. Same with Serasaro. Lorenzon. Toninato. And Della Casa, Galante, and Bachin, Verdelli, Natalino, Cicchetti, Cabrini, and that confirms me in the Arsenal role. So I will just show you the first few fixtures that we've got to look forward to, and obviously the league table as it stands in full. So in terms of our opening games as Arsenal manager, we start with a trip to Everton. We've then got Wolves and Sheffield United at home. And then with the transfer window open, we face Manchester City in back-to-back away games, Portsmouth at home in the FA Cup, Manchester City again in a home game, Crystal Palace, Leicester, Burnley and Wolves before the transfer window closes. So let's have a look now properly at the Arsenal squad and what they've got to offer. So starting with the goalkeepers, Bilo is clearly the best goalkeeper. Atabolu is going to be let go. We'll get rid of him. Alan Ruzic is the second best keeper at the club. To be honest, with Bilo being 34 and Alan Ruzic being the second best keeper at the club at 2.5-star ability and potential, a new goalkeeper is very high up the agenda. We've got 3 right backs at the club. We've got Tomiyasu, who is clearly the best but is 34. We've got Kalulu, who's very close behind but 32, and also Denovis Diaz, who is 24 and as good as Kalulu but with more potential. So we need to bring in one more right back, and ideally Kalulu needs to go, and probably at the end of the season Tomiyasu as well. At centre back, we've got not a lot to offer, to be honest. We've got Gabriel, who's currently out injured, who's 34 and now only 2.5 stars. Chris Mepham is 35 and 3-star current ability and potential. Ethan Ampadu is 32, 3-star ability and potential, but is currently away on loan at where is he on loan? He's at Shakhtar Donetsk. So if we can recall him, I'd like to do that. And we need to bring in at least 1, if not 2 centre-backs. Left back, we've only got Riccardo Calafiori, and he's 2.5-star ability and potential. Clearly needs an upgrade. At the age of 30, he'll do for a backup for a couple of years. Defensive midfield, we only have Kike Ruiz, 2.5-star ability and 4.5-star potential. He's also out on loan. We need to get him back. On the right, we've got Inigo Llorente, who is 2-star ability, 3-star potential. Probably need to look to loan him out, as he's not an attacking midfielder, and maybe look to move him on permanently if we can't retrain him as a winger. Mohamed Kamara in central midfield is 3-star ability but 32 years old. He'll do for another season. Ivan Ilic is 31 and 4-star ability and potential. He'll do for another season or 2. Yunus Musa is 30 years old, 3-star ability and potential. Then we move on to the right wingers. We've got Jack Harrison, who's 36 but 3-star ability and potential. He'll need replacing at the end of the season. Facundo Pellistri is 30 but has declined to 2.5-star ability and potential, so he'll need moving on. Sebastian Szymanski is 33, 2.5-star ability and potential. Again, we need to move him on, so a new right winger is needed. Aaron Zakarian is 2.5-star ability and potential, 29 years of age, so he'll be moved on. We've got Emil Smith-Rowe on the left wing, who's 4-star ability and potential, but at the age of 32 probably has 1 more year in him. Callum Hudson-Odoi is 32, 3-star ability and potential, has probably 1 more year as a backup. Sebastiano Esposito is 30 years of age, 2.5-star ability and potential. I would say, given the options ahead of him, he's done and needs moving on. Dwayne Joseph is 4.5-star ability and potential, and at the age of only 26 is going to be a first choice on the left wing. Louis Coyne-Emptage is 22 years of age, 2.5-star ability, 3-star potential. Might be worth leaving him out on loan because he might have the potential to be a backup for us. And up front, at the moment, we only have one striker, and that is following Balogun, who is 3-star current ability, 3-star potential, 31 years of age. So he's definitely got a little bit of ability, but again, long term, I don't think he's any more than a backup, and at the age of 31, he's not even going to be that for more than a couple of seasons. So that concludes the look at the squad. We've had a look at the fixtures that we've got upcoming, so I suppose I ought to decide when to come back. And I think what I'll do is I will play the Everton game off camera on the 18th, and I'll bring you back to show you Wolves and Sheffield United as the first 2 matches at our new club. And that will enable me to have had a look at the squad in depth, start to work out who's going to be moved out, and try and get some offers for them, and who, more importantly, who we're going to replace them with. So that will take place on the next episode. And if you've enjoyed the episode today, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Please leave me a comment to let me know that you've enjoyed the video. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.